This is Ibadan, the city with a past as mighty as its size. The land of brown roofs, the cradle of Yoruba politics, a place where tradition meets expansion, where history is not written in textbooks, but in the very streets people walk every day. Ibadan, a city carved out of war but raised in resilience. It doesn't look like your typical African mega city, not as flashy as Lagos, not as structured as Abuja, but Ibadan is wide, ancient and alive. Natives call it the largest city in West Africa, a claim passed from generation to generation. But how true is that? What exactly makes a city the largest? Is it the number of people or how far the land stretches? In this video, we are not just going to admire Ibadan's size, we are going to investigate it, because behind this bold claim is a story of land, legacy, and maybe a little bit of meat. Hello besties, welcome back again to the channel. To all our returning subscribers, thank you so much for always stopping by to watch my videos, your support, your likes, your kind comments. I honestly do not take them for granted. And if this is your very first time coming across this channel, my name is Adebisi. Please do well by hitting the subscribe button, like this video, and of course go check out my other vlogs. I promise you will enjoy them. So today I'll be talking about something that has sparked a lot of debate and confusion over the years. They say Ibadan is the largest city in West Africa. But what do they really mean by that? Is it really the largest, or is it just a historical myth we've all grown up with? Well, let's find out together. Today's video will take us through the origin of Ibadan, the facts behind its size, and why this city matters more than many people know. So I want you guys to relax, stay glued to your screen, and let's dive into it. Ibadan's story begins in the early 1800s, not as a commercial town, but as a military war camp. The city's origins are tied to the Yoruba civil wars that broke out after the collapse of the old Oyo Empire, one of the most powerful pre-colonial empires in West Africa. After the fall of Oyo-Ile, the old Oyo capital, many warriors and war victims fled south in search of refuge. A group of Yoruba warriors from Oyo, Ife, and Ijebu gathered and formed a military settlement on a strategic piece of land located between the forest and the savannah. This elevated and open land was specifically chosen for military advantage. The area was called Ibadan, meaning by the edge of the savannah. That name was eventually shortened and transformed into Ibadan. Throughout the mid-19th century, Ibadan grew rapidly into a military city-state ruled by a warrior elite. Unlike traditional Yoruba towns that were ruled by kings, Ibadan was led by warlords and military generals. The most prominent title was the Are Ona Kakanfo, the supreme military commander of the Yorubas. Ibadan became the most powerful Yoruba city during this period. Its warriors were feared across the region, and the city dominated many neighboring territories, including parts of today's Ogun, Osun, and Kwara State. During this era, Ibadan also served as a refuge for thousands of Yoruba people who had been displaced by wars and slave raids. The city became a melting pot filled with people from different Yoruba subgroups and backgrounds. Ibadan officially came under British colonial control in 1893 through a treaty of peace. Rather than destroy the city or fight its leaders, the British took a strategic approach. They co-opted the local elite and installed a native authority system. This allowed Ibadan to retain its local leadership structure but under indirect colonial rule. During the early 20th century, Ibadan was recognized as the capital of the Western region of Nigeria, an administrative division that include present-day Oyo, Osun, Ondo, Ekiti, and part of Ogun State. The city became a center of learning, governance, and innovation. Ibadan holds record for several significant firsts in Nigeria's history, which include the University of Ibadan, Nigeria's first and oldest university, established in 1948. Western Nigerian Television, the very first television station in Africa, launched in 1959. Cocoa House, the tallest building in tropical Africa, when it was completed in 1965. After Nigeria gained independence in 1960, and especially after the creation of more states, Ibadan's political dominance began to decline. Lagos became the federal capital, and more attention shifted to other regions. However, Ibadan remained a major regional capital, and it continued to grow in population and size. Today, Ibadan is one of the largest cities in Nigeria by population and also the largest city in West Africa by land mass, covering over 3,080 square kilometers, and it has continued to attract residents who prefer a cheaper, more peaceful alternative to Lagos. And the city remains a stronghold for education, traditional culture, and Yoruba history. So when people say Ibadan is the largest city in West Africa, to me, they might not be entirely wrong, because in terms of land mass, historical influence, and regional significance, it remains one of the giants of African urban life. Now, let's go back to the main question. Is Ibadan the largest city in West Africa? According to Global Organization of Oriented Group Language of Earth, Google, Ibadan is the largest city in West Africa by land mass. It covers a large geographical area within Nigeria, while it is the third largest city in Nigeria by population after Lagos and Kano. And according to the 2025 World Population Review of Nigerian cities by population, Lagos ranked first with a population of 9 million, followed by Kano with 3,626,068, and Ibadan comes third with a population of 3,565,108. So why do people still argue that Ibadan is the largest city in West Africa? I think the confusion usually comes from two places. Number one, people assume largest means most populated or most developed. Number two, the sheer size of Ibadan's land can be deceiving, because when you drive through Ibadan, you can be on the road for hours and still be within the city's limits. So whether Ibadan is the largest city or not, one thing is clear: Ibadan is still one of Nigeria's most important cities. It's a city where history meets culture and where you can enjoy a slower pace of life while still being connected to the rest of Nigeria. Ibadan is affordable, it is peaceful, and it is filled with culture. From Agodi Gardens to University of Ibadan Zoo, from Boas Tower to Makpo Hall, Ibadan has something special. Even the markets are rich. We have Gbagi, Ojaba, Dugbe, Oje, Bodija, and even the newer malls like the Palms Mall and the Ventura Mall, which gives the city a unique balance of old and new. And let's not forget that Oyo State in general has 33 local government areas, and these local government areas are distributed across 5 geographical zones. They are Ibadan, Oke-Ogun, Ogbomosho, Oyo, and Ibarapa. So Ibadan has 11 local government areas, and these are Akinyele, Egbeda, Ibadan North, Ibadan Northeast, Ibadan Northwest, Ibadan Southeast, Ibadan Southwest, Ido, Lagelu, Oluyole, and Onoara. Also, let's not forget that Ibadan people love their food. You don't want to miss out their abula, which consists of amala, ewedu, and gbegiri. And I must tell you, you haven't tasted real amala until you have it in Ibadan. If you have been to Ibadan before, let us know in the comments what part of Ibadan you love the most. And if you have never visited, I hope this video helps you see Ibadan in a new light. So that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Do you think Ibadan deserves the title of the largest city in West Africa? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share with families and friends, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.